Hello there. Welcome to the information session for Kent Lake High School's registration for next year's course requests. I'm Mrs. Gibson, one of the 4 counselors here at Kent Lake. During today's presentation, we will be learning about graduation requirements, the state college entrance requirements in Washington, and how to enroll in your classes for the 23-24 school year. Kent Lake Counseling team includes myself, Ms. Gibson, for students with last names beginning with A through FE, Mr. Darcy with students FI through LI, Ms. McGraw with students with last names beginning with LL through RO, and Ms. Wainscott with students starting with RU through Z. Let's review the graduation requirements in Kent School District. First, high school students must earn 24 credits in specific content areas. I will go into more depth of those content areas in the next slide. Additionally, students must also meet a graduation pathway in English Language Arts and Math. Students must take and pass a Washington State History course. And finally, they must meet their high school and beyond plan. This is a document that gives a little bit more detail about how those 24 credits that students need to earn for graduation are divided up. It starts with language arts or English. Students will be taking an English class all 4 years that they are in high school. And they will have options all 4 years too to take a regular core level English class, or if they want to take an honors or college in the high school English class. So in 9th grade, you can choose between core English or honors English. And then in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, you can choose between core English or a college in the high school course English class. Next, we have math. You need 3 credits of math to graduate. At Kent Lake, we begin with geometry. Geometry is the standard 9th grade class for math. 10th grade then is Algebra 1, 2, or that first year of math, that first year of algebra. And then junior year, Algebra 3, 4, or that second year of algebra comes next. Now, depending on if you took math, high school math while you were in middle school, your pathway may be a little bit different. If you took algebra your 7th grade year and geometry your 8th grade year, then your 9th grade year you will begin Algebra 3, 4. If you took algebra your 8th grade year, then you will continue to take geometry your 9th grade year and then Algebra 3, 4 your 10th grade year. Your math teacher is a great person to have a conversation with to help you make sure that you are enrolling in the correct the correct math class for next school year. Science, there are 3 credits required there. Biology is the standard 9th grade class for science. Chemistry is the standard 10th grade class for science. And by the time you get to your junior year, you can really choose from a variety of different science options that are available here at Kent Lake High School. Social studies requires 3 credits. Your freshman year, you will take world history, and you have the option between regular core world history or an AP world history. In 10th grade, you will take world issues, which is a semester-long class. Or if you prefer, there's AP Human Geography that you could take your 10th grade year, and that is a full year class. Junior year, you can take US History or Advanced Placement AP US History. And finally, senior year, the requirement is a civics political science course that takes 1 semester. but we also offer an AP American Government class as well that is the full year. Next, we have physical education. 1.5 credits is what is required in PE. We also have health class that is required, and that is a 0.5, just a one semester class. That is almost always taken in 10th grade. That is the requirement in 10th grade. Next is occupational education, sometimes called CTE courses. CTE stands for Career and Technical Education. And I like to describe these classes as classes that educate you about an occupation or about a career field that you might be interested in. When you receive your course request form here in a few minutes, you will see the large variety of occupational education courses that we have here at Kent Lake, and it's very common for students to take more than 1 credit of occupational education. Next, we've got the arts. We've got 2 credits of arts that are required, and those classes vary from our music programs to drama to commercial art, photography, ceramics, and so on. A variety of different art courses that we have here. World language is also 2 credits needed for graduation. And the world languages that we have are Spanish, American Sign Language, French, and Japanese. And finally, there are 4 elective credits that will bring us to the grand total of 24. Elective credits can literally be any class at all that is offered at Kent Lake. So for example, if you are going to take a 4th year of math, which is pretty common, most students do that, that 4th year of math, since you've already got the 3 credits, that will simply go down into the elective credits. So lots of different ways to get those elective credits met. Another graduation requirement is the graduation pathways in both English language arts and math. Most students will meet this graduation pathway in 10th grade when they take the SBA or the Smarter Balanced Assessment. Meeting a particular score in that assessment means you will meet the graduation pathway in both of these areas. However, sometimes if a student struggles with one particular pathway over the other, we need to look for a different pathway for them to meet this graduation requirement. The next most common pathway that we utilize is for students to take 2 credits in that CTE or occupational ed area. And we have specific courses that you can take, maybe in the marketing area, if you take 2 credits of business and marketing classes, or 2 credits of skilled and technical science, or 2 credits in our family and consumer science area. Lots of different ways to meet this 2.0 CTE pathway, and that is something that you can certainly talk with your counselor about. If you are starting your junior year and you're not sure if you've met this pathway or not, let's make sure that we've got you enrolled in at least 2 credits of CTE courses over the 4 years that you are at Kent Lake, so we can make sure that the graduation pathways for both English and math are met. Additionally, we have got what are called dual credit courses, those courses that you take that maybe are eligible for AP or college in the high school or CTE dual credit. Many of those courses will meet either ELA or math graduation pathways. Same thing with dual credit exams. If you hit a certain score in that AP class that you're taking, that may meet the graduation pathway. If you are taking a college entrance exam, such as the SAT or ACT, also meeting a particular score can meet that graduation pathway in either ELA or math. And finally, we have the ASVAB test. The ASVAB test is a test that Students may take if they're interested in the military. And if so, meeting a particular score on that test will also meet both the ELA and math graduation pathway with just one exam. On this slide, you will see a list of the 5 categories where students can earn the 2.0 CTE pathway for their graduation pathway in ELA and math. The 5 categories are business and marketing, family and consumer science, health sciences, skilled and technical sciences, and STEM. In each of those categories is the list of classes that are available. And if a student takes 2 full credits of any of these courses in one specific category, they will be able to meet their graduation pathway through the CTE course sequence. This document can be found on Kent Lake's website. If you go to the website and then Teaching and Learning, and then under Teaching and Learning is Kent Lake registration page, and you will find this document there.
Hello, my name is Mr. Darcy. I'm one of the counselors here at Kent Lake High School. In addition to earning credits for graduation, there are a few other things you need to do to earn a diploma. Washington State history is a requirement. Typically, kids earn Washington State history credit in middle school. But if you happen to be a student that moved here from out of state or out of district and did not have Washington State history, you will have to do an online version sometime in your high school career. Your counselor will track you down and give you more information on that. The other thing is the High School and Beyond plan. This is a plan that helps you map out what you're going to do when you leave high school. It includes having a resume, your goals, how you're going to obtain your goals, a lot of things like that to help you navigate what you're going to do after high school. You'll be working on your High School and Beyond plan in detail in your advisory and homeroom courses. We all know by now it requires 24 credits to graduate high school. Lucky for some students, they earned high school credit while they were in middle school. Classes like algebra, geometry, PE, some art, some business classes count for high school credit even though you took them in middle school. The class of 24, you need to complete a form and get them added to your transcript if you'd like those classes to count for you. Classes of 25 and 26, those high school credits are going to be automatically placed on your transcript unless you're not happy with the grade or it's going to lower your GPA, then you can get it removed from your transcript. So please contact your counselor. As you go through high school and even plan for registration, you have to keep in mind what your goal is when you leave Kent Lake. Are you planning on going to a 4-year school? Are you planning on going to a 2-year school? Are you planning on going to a trade school, the military? You have to keep things in mind so that you know what to register for and what their requirements are. In Washington State, our 4-year universities like Central Washington University, WSU, University of Washington, they have basic minimum entrance requirements. Some of which are 4 years of English, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade English, 3 years of social studies, 3 years of math, including algebra 3, 4. To just earn a high school diploma, you don't necessarily need algebra 3, 4. You can have an elective math for that 3rd year of math. You need 2 years of science. One must be a lab-based science. The other credit must be a biology, chemistry, or physics course also. To get into a 4-year university, you also need 2 years of the same world language. Sign language, American Sign Language does count as a world language. And you need 1 credit of fine art for a basic minimum entrance requirement. Now these are minimum entrance requirements. It does help to do more than that. For example, University of Washington, they're looking at kids that have 4 years of math and 4 years of science, basically science and math every year while they're in high school. Even though a student doesn't need that to graduate, they want kids that are doing more. So keep that in mind. By now we know that it takes 24 credits earned to graduate high school. Everyone needs 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 3 years of a science, 3 years of a social studies, 2 years of PE including health, a year of occupational ed, 2 years of fine arts, 2 years of a world language, and some elective classes. By now you're wondering, like, where can I fit in some of these classes because I have so many other requirements? Well, a good thing is there are some classes that count for both. They're called cross credits. They can count for 2 different categories. You don't earn credit for both categories. They just satisfy the requirement in those categories. I'll give you an example. If a student takes food and fitness, it can count for a PE credit or it can count for an occupational ed credit. It satisfies both areas, even though you only earn 0.5 credit overall, it counts in both categories. Another example is ceramics. Ceramic can be used as an art class or an occupational ed class. There are many other classes that are cross credit. You can talk to your counselor about it, or you can look up the course catalog on the Kent Lake website. They talk about cross credit options also. So we have lots and lots of classes that can be considered cross credit courses.
Hello, my name is Ms. McGraw and I'm one of the counselors here at Kent Lake High School. I'm here to talk to you about college in the high school, advanced placement, and career and technical education dual credit options here at Kent Lake. So by taking one of these options, you have the potential to earn college credit and high school credit at the same time here on Kent Lake's campus with Kent Lake teachers. So I'll go over a little bit about how each of these programs work. So college in the high school, or CHS, as it is on your forms. It's a college level course taught through the curriculum of either Eastern, Central Washington universities, or University of Washington. And the way these classes work is the Kent Lake teacher presents the curriculum from the college in the class, and students can either choose to just take the class, or they can take the class and pay reduced tuition to the college and earn college credits through that college. And each teacher will kind of explain the process of how that works at the beginning of each class. Prices range from anywhere from $100 to $350 per college. It depends on which college it's through, but that's a potential to earn college credit for classes that you're taking here at Kent Lake. Another way to earn college credit is through advanced placement exams. So any class you see with the AP designation at the beginning, that's a class that you can take and choose whether you take the AP exam at the end of the course. Those exams usually run about $95. The price increases a little bit each year. And again, you can take the course without taking the exam, but you can choose to take the exam at the end of the year in May and potentially earn college credit for that class. And lastly, career and technical education. We have several classes on Kent Lake's campus that have articulation agreements with the two-year colleges in the area. So some through Green River Community College, Highline College, Bellevue College, and that is a way for you to earn college credit. If you earn a B or better in the course, then you can earn credit through that two-year college. If you are a current 10th or 11th grader and you're interested in participating in Running Start, you can get more information by going to Kent Lake's website, Teaching and Learning, Kent Lake registration information. There was an information session on February 15th that was recorded, and that should be up on our website shortly for those of you who were not able to attend or wanted to review that information. And you can find information directly on each college's website. So we really encourage students interested in doing Running Start to go to the college website and review the process for getting started in Running Start. If you're planning on doing Running Start program, you will put that on your Kent Lake registration form. And then we would like you to put in the alternate section the courses that you would take at Kent Lake in case you don't end up participating in the Running Start program. Say, for example, you change your mind, maybe you don't have transportation after all. That way we just know kind of what a backup plan is. So the first step is for you to apply to the college that you want to attend for Running Start. After you've completed your application and been accepted, then you can schedule a meeting with your counselor for your fall EVF or enrollment verification form starting the week of March 27th. So it's really important to go to the college that you are interested in attending, review how to get started on their website before making an appointment with your counselor to get that form. Are you interested in being a college athlete? If so, it's very important for you to become familiar with the NCAA core course requirements. I would encourage you to go to the NCAA Clearinghouse website to review that information, but here is a snapshot of what is required for meeting NCAA entrance requirements. If you have failed a required class, there are options to make it up. These are called credit retrieval options, and we have a few different ways that you can recover credit. One way is through Edgenuity. That is an online program that is either taken through a class during the school day if you have several classes that you need to recover, or you can do an after school Edgenuity session if you just have one class that you need to recover. ARC, or Acceleration and Academic Recovery, is also a period during your school day, and this is designed more for students who have more than one credit that they need to make up. We also have e-learning classes. These are classes that are taught through Kent School District teachers. They're mainly business and marketing type classes. They're completed online through Canvas. And again, it's through Kent School District teachers. And then there's Kent School District Summer School, and that's usually held in the month of July. So any of these options, you can get more information from your counselor and register for one of them for earning your credit back that you may have failed. So once you get your registration form and start looking through the various options, you want to plan with your future in mind. So as you look over the class options, make sure that you're choosing classes that you would like to take, and think about the following questions. Do I have all the required courses in my plan? What am I graduating to? What am I going to do after high school? Am I going to a technical school? Am I going to a 2-year program or a 4-year college? Or am I going into the military or right into the workforce? What am I doing next? Have I included the courses necessary for college acceptance, if that's my plan after high school? Again, if you're planning on going to a four-year college after high school, think about, have you chosen rigorous courses that will challenge your thinking, such as advanced placement, honors, and college and the high school classes.
Hello, I'm Ms. Wainscott. I'm one of the counselors here at Kent Lake High School, and I'm going to give you some information on where to look to find information on what your class is about. And we have a course catalog, which is online, and it gives you a description of what the classes are, if they have prerequisites, and what level they are. And I'm going to show you how to get to those. If you log on to the Kent Lake High School website, you'll see right up here at the top where we have the arrow, teaching and learning. Pull that window down and you can page down to the course catalog, which is 4 spots down. When you click on the course catalog, that pulls up that window I just showed you, and you can put in the course number or code, and it will pull up the courses and give you a full description. Please be sure you're reading exactly what the classes are that you're registering for, because sometimes the title isn't always clear about what the content or what you'll be learning is about. Another great way to learn about what classes are being offered is to visit our elective fair. It's going to be out at all 3 lunches starting February 23rd and 24th. It's really important that you go around and check out what the classes are about, talk to the teachers who will be promoting them, and ask any questions you have at that time. And again, that'll be February 23rd and 24th for all 3 lunches. So if you're wondering when and how you will get the chance to enter your classes that you have selected for next year, these will be the dates. 9th graders, we will be coming to your World Studies class on February 28th, which is a Tuesday. 10th graders, we will be coming to your English classes on March 3rd, which is a Friday. And 11th graders, we will be coming to your U.S. History class on March 2nd, which is a Thursday. You will go to your class and your counselors will come there and help you enter the selections. This means your course requests must be filled out completely prior to these dates, as there will not be time for you to fill them out and start from the beginning on those dates. Please remember to select your classes carefully, as some people realize this year the classes you register for will be the classes that you will be expected to take. We try to get you in the classes you pick, and on the same hand, we expect you to keep the classes that you selected. There will be no changes unless there's an error in the registration, so please choose carefully and thoughtfully. What happens if you do not complete the online registration process? Well, your counselor or administrator will have to choose your classes for you. We don't like to have to do this, and I promise you don't want us to have to do this, because what we have to do is do this at the very end and put students in the classes that have the most space, which are usually the least popular. So in an effort to get your first choices, please be sure that you complete your registration process on the date. If you have specific questions you want to ask your counselor, you can either email us, and we will also be available at lunches on February 23rd, 24th, and 27th. Unfortunately, we are in registration all week long, so we can't make individual appointments, but we will be out at lunches those 3 dates to answer your questions, and we can also answer them via email.